red roses too, I see 'em bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Well, they're just saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah. Shabbat Shalom. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Right, Michal? Right, Helen? What don't you want me to sing Cry Me a River? Let's see if I have that. I mean, I totally can do that. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's right here. Well, it's not our Bible, but ask and ye shall receive. It works. So, Helen. Now you say you're lonely. You cry the long night through. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. You drove me, nearly drove me out of my head. Well, you never shed a tear. Remember, I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian. Told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove you do, come on and cry me a river, oh, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. You drove me, nearly drove me out of my head, while you never shed a tear. Remember, I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian. Told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove you do, come on and cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you. Yeah, I cried a river over you. I cried a river when I went outside this morning and I almost froze my tuchus off. It's so cold in New York. Hi, Ginny in Pittsburgh. Anthony, good to see you. Rabbi Jen is here. Great. All right. Right? Rabbi Jen, you almost froze your tuchus off today in New York. It's like, it's not fun. It's not okay. I have a new song for you tonight. Or maybe not. Oh, well, this is a little sad, so I'm not going to do that. Let me do something a little more up. Yeah, everything's down. All these songs are like, I know, here's a good song. It's not that easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves, when I think it could be nicer being red or yellow or gold, something much more beautiful like that. It's not that easy being green. It seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things, and people tend to pass you over, 'cause you're not standing out like flashy sparkles on the water or stars in the sky. But green is the color of spring, And green can be cool and friendly like. And green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder, why wonder? I am green and it'll be fine. It's beautiful and I think it's what I want to be. But green is the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like. And green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder, why wonder? I am green and it'll be fine. It's beautiful and I think it's what I want to be. Yeah. Shabbat Shalom, everyone who's here. Cool for Florida in low 70s. Thank you. Thank you, Boynton Beach. Thank you for making us really feel horrible here in New York. You know what I'm going to say to you? I'm going to give you some words of advice, Mr. or Mrs. Boynton Beach. This is it, right here. Be careful. It's my heart. It's not my watch you're holding, it's my heart. It's not the note I sent you that you quickly burned. It's not the book I lent you that you never returned. Remember, it's my heart with which so willingly I part. It's yours to take, to keep or break, so please before you start, be careful. It's my heart. Remember, it's my heart with which so willingly I part. It's yours to take, to keep or break, So please, before you start, be careful. It's my heart, be careful. It's my heart, careful, it's my heart. Yeah, be careful. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. I'm glad you like glad you like the music. It's my chance to do a little jazz without having to wait, like an hour and a half before I can sing a song with the group. It's very embarrassing. But, it is what it is. Tony, how are you? Who else is here? So whoever's in Boynton Beach, you grew up in the Bronx. Okay, so you suffered a long time before you decided to make the move and be warm, right? Let me. I'm gonna change books because I have a couple tunes in this book that I love. I think I do. Where are you and when you come to Delray Beach? Well, we come to Delray Beach twice a year. God willing, we'll be there in July for our next JSLI Rabbinical Ordination weekend, and we come in January and in July, and we go to this place called the Duncan Center. Day by day, I am falling more in love with you. Day by day, my love seems to grow. There isn't any end to my devotion. It's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day, you're making all my dreams come true. So come what may, I want you to know I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay as we go through the years day by day. Day by day, I am falling more in love with you. Day by day, my love seems to grow. There isn't any end to my devotion. It's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day, you're making all my dreams come true. So come what may, I want you to know I'm yours alone, and I'm in love to stay as we go through the years. Day by day, as we go through the years, as we go through the years, as we go through the years, day by day. Oh yeah. Yes, the cold is beautiful. When you're inside looking out and there's no, or when you go out and there's no wind. The wind is killer. The wind can totally take you out. One more song before, I think one more before we begin to transition to Shabbat. Hi, Sydney and Steve. I hope your heat's working down in Soho. Don't blame me for falling in love with you. I'm under your spell, and how can I help it? Don't blame me. Can't you see when you do the things you do? If I can't conceal the way that I'm feeling, don't blame me. I can't help it if that doggone moon above makes me need someone like you to love. Blame your kiss, as sweet as a kiss can be, and blame all your charms that melt in my arms, but don't blame me. I can't help it if that doggone moon above makes me need someone like you to love. Blame your kiss, as sweet as a kiss can be, and blame all your charms that melt in my arms, but don't blame me. Don't blame me. Helen, don't blame Tony. Don't blame me and Chaim and Rabbi Karen. And don't blame Sydney and Michelle and Emily. Don't blame me and don't Rabbi Jen. Don't blame me. No, my parents. Don't you blame me, oh no. Don't blame me and Rabbi Dina. Oh no. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Thank you. All right. So now it's time to update the world. It's time to update the world. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let me put the Siddur on your screens. Put on my talit. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'zivanu, v'hitatef batzitzit. Here it is. All right. So forgive my, that I don't have a shirt even on. I'm so cold. Even the apartment, everything is cold in New York. So, but tomorrow we're going to have a heat wave. It's going to be like 25. Shalom, Emily. You'd like that? A heat wave? It's going to be 25? Was that cute? All right, let me get rid of this beautiful music that I love. Rabbi Galit, sing with me, Rabbi Galit. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai. This is called spontaneous composition. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai dai, lai dai dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai. Hi, Elaine. Lai dai 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 dai. Think warm thoughts. Lai dai. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai. Oh, that's great. That's beautiful. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai, lai dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai dai, lai dai dai dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai. Lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai dai, lai dai 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 dai, dai dai dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai 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 dai, lai dai, lai dai. Bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim bim bam, bim bim Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to the universe. Shabbat Shalom to everyone here. It's Sim Shalom. Welcome. And I hope you've had a pleasant and warm week. And I hope you'll. I'm going to help you to have a warm Shabbat right now. Let's first. We're going to start together. We're going to sing Hine Matov and welcome each other in our own way. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Rabbi Americo, welcome. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Behold how beautiful it is for all of us to come together and dwell together for an hour and celebrate community and Shabbat. So let's have a little bit. Right now we're going to sing a little bit about the light of the soul, about how everything comes from one source. Everything in the universe comes from one source. That's what I believe. And so this piece of liturgy I've always found is beautiful. And we'll sing it in the, here it is. Let's read it together. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God. Let the spirit of all flesh glorify and exalt your name forever. O sovereign, transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you. Nishmat kol chai tivarech et shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. Nishma kol chai tivarech et shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. Ve'eruach kol basar tifaer u'tromeim zichrecha malkeinu tamid. Sing after me, Nishmat kol chai tivarech et shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. Shabbat Shalom, everyone who's just joined us. Welcome. Now it's time to light the Shabbat candles. So, symbolically, we're going to do it on the screen. If you happen to have candles, this will be the time. Strike up the match. Come on. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who has made us holy by your commandments and who has commanded us to kindle the lights of the Shabbat. Beautiful. Der Schlepper. Love your name, Der Schlepper. Love it. Let's sing Shalom Aleichem. This week we're doing at JSLI, our class is actually on angels. In the Jewish tradition, we got a lot of angels. We have cheruvim, cherubs, and we've got a real tradition of angels. And in fact, here is one source in our liturgy that supports our tradition's embrace of angels. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharit, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Boachem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Baruch Hu Nil Shalom Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitkhem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boy, you sounded really great. You were. I heard all your voices coming. Must have been the angel connection. That's probably what it was. All right. So tonight, we have a lot to do tonight, and we don't have a lot of time. We have to bench Rosh Chodesh. We have a new month coming up this week. So let's see. We're going to move ahead then to the Lecha Dodi. All right? Here we go. Let's sing the other one. Lecha Dodi likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Shlecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Shamor V'Zachor V'Dibur Echad Hishmi'anu Elam Yuchad Adonai Echad Ushmo Echad L'Shem U'Letiferet V'Litila. Everybody, Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala P'nei Shabbat Nikabela Boi V'Shalom Ateret Ba'ela Gam B'Simcha U'V'Tzala Toch Emunei Am Segula Boi Chala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala P'nei Shabbat Nikabela. I'd like to welcome Rabbi Rose and Rebbetzin Gary. You heard that, Gary, right? Did it make you smile? Let's continue. Let's continue on. And Ruth G. in Jacksonville, welcome. Oh, wait a minute. Oops. We forgot. Come on, nobody reminded me. Now we have to welcome each other. We just welcomed Shabbat officially with the Lecha Dodi and the Sabbath bride. So type in Shabbat Shalom. Let me see it, and I'm going to now sing the Baruch Hu for you all, and you'll respond. All right. So type in Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Baruch Hu Et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Hi, Carol. Wow. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu Et Adonai HaMevorach 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 Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed. Praise be the Lord to whom our praise is due. Praise be the Lord to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Le'olam Va'ed. We continue with the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Let's read in English the Ve'ahavta, the translation of the Ve'ahavta. Let's read it together. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. You know, we'll read that exact text later on in the Torah for tonight. But there are narratives threaded throughout the Torah that support the giving of the Torah, the giving of the Torah, the giving of the Ten Commandments, Moses going up to the mountain. All and they're peppered through at least two of the books of the Torah, and so when we read that tonight, it ties in with our Torah portion, which is coming up quite shortly. Let's sing the Mi Chamocha. La 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 la. Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef elei alay la 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 la. Everybody, la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. I la 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 la. Let me hear you. Ya la 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 la. I la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I la 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 la. I la 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 la. La 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 la. Wow, once again, I heard you raise the rafters. What are rafters anyway? I know it's the structure in the end. Let's sing Vishamru together. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berid olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael ori leolam, ori leolam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berid olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berid olam. Yitgadal ve'yitgadash shmei Rabbah be'olma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayichon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayid chol beit Yisrael bagala bagala u'v'zman kariv himaru amen. Shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulol me'olmaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yidadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudshah barichu le'ela min kol birchatav v'shiratav tush b'chatav v'nechemata Damiran ve'olma v'himaru amen. Please rise for the Amidah, for the Tefillah, the Shemona Esrei. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'mevei Gula Livnei V'neihem, Ma'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Ozer u'Mashiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai mechayei hakol atah Rav lehoshia. Mechalkel chayim b'chesed mechayei metim berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofei cholim umatir asurim umechayei emunato לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממי ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. Now it's time for a silent prayer. So you can concentrate on these words from Rav Nachman, or of course have a silent prayer of the heart. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל ועל כל ישראל. ואמרו אמן. Time to take out the Torah. It's time for the Torah service. Shabbat Shalom, everyone who might have just joined us. Welcome. Troy, I'm sorry you're having trouble, but it's a bandwidth thing, so you might have a slow connection. Anyway, I would like to invite Michal to please, she's going to hold the Torah tonight because she has a special reason. She's feeling a little sad and she wants to feel better. So by allowing her to hold the Torah, I think that we are, that first of all, she is giving us her energy because we're filling a need and we're helping. And we're performing acts of loving kindness, Gemilut Chasadim, and she is taking comfort from being with the community and holding the Torah. So it's beautiful. So get ready. All right, Michal, you there? All right, everybody else, open the ark. Here we go. Vayihi bin Zoharon vayomer Moshe Kuma Adonai v'yafutzu oyevecha v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha ki mitzion תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, לעמו ישראל, בקדושתו. Okay, Michal, take the Torah. Very good. Everybody face out. Everybody's facing out with me, right? You all have a little piece of the Torah. We're all standing. We're facing out. We're facing Mizrach. We're facing Jerusalem, which is whichever way is east from wherever you are, that you'll hit it. All right? Here we go. Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai Iti, Uneno Mima Shemo Yachdav. And we're going to walk around, we're going to process around. Michal holding the Torah leads, and everyone else is following. There's 400 people here tonight. Unbelievable. Torah, 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 Torah. And they're all hugging you and kissing you. Everybody smile. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Morashav Geilat Yaakov, Morashav Geilat Yaakov, Morashav Geilat Yaakov, Torah Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah Tziva lanu Moshe, Torah that was given to Moses. Okay, this again ties in with our Torah reading tonight. So, let us open the Torah, and there it is. Wonderful. Everybody see it? Okay, so here's my yad. Here's my yad, right? You can see it? All right. So now we're going to read together from the Torah. Let us begin with the blessing. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten Torah. All right, so can you see that? Because I absolutely cannot. Okay. Whoa, that's a little small. Amen. V'el Moshe amar alei el Adonai ata v'Aharon nidav yavihu v'shiv'im miziknei Yisrael v'ishtachavitem merachok v'nigash Moshe levado el Adonai v'hem lo yigashu v'ha'am lo yalu imo. Vayavo Moshe vayisaper la'am et kol divrei Adonai v'et kol mishpatim vaya'an kol ha'am kol echad vayomru kol hadvarim asher diber Adonai na'aseh vayichtov Moshe. Remember this. V'yichtov Moshe v'kol divrei Adonai Vayeshkem baboker vayiven mizbeach tachat hahar ushetayim esrei mitzaveh lishneim asar shivtei Yisrael. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a little learning. We're gonna do a little bit learning from what I just read, and so first let me do a little recap about what's happening here. Well, tonight, of course, we read from the Torah portion of Mishpatim. It means rules or commandments or laws, however you translate it, Mishpatim. And this begins chapter 21. We're reading from chapter 24. I'll put it in front of you. There it is. We're reading from chapter 24. But it begins with chapter 21 in the book of Shemot, the book of Exodus. And we have this Torah portion, which is known as Mishpatim. These chapters are also known in the Jewish tradition as Sefer HaBrit, the book of the covenant, Sefer HaBrit. And it's derivative of the sentences we just read, actually, from these sentences. And I'll show them to you a little more clearly, in which Moses wrote down the divine commandments, read them to the people, and he then said, and the people then said, Hadvarim asher diber Adonai na'aseh. And all the words, Moses, that the Lord has spoken, we will do. So, subsequently, what we read about in this chapter, that we're not going to have a chance to discuss, but we read about the laws of slaves, of indentured servants, the penalties for murder and for kidnapping and theft, laws warning against the mistreatment of foreigners, the observance of our Jewish festivals, of Sukkot and Pesach and Shavuot, and the prohibition of cooking mixing milk with meat, and the source of that is not cooking a kid in his mother's milk, and so on. And there's more. But this evening I thought it would be good to do some learning from the Torah reading. Let's read the translation, the Peshat of what I just read in Hebrew. And to Moses he said, who's he? We'll get there. Come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and prostrate yourselves from afar. And Moses alone shall approach the Lord. Well, of course Moses alone, right? But they shall not the Lord, but they shall not approach, and the people shall not ascend with him. So Moses came and told all the people all the words of the Lord and all the ordinances, and all the people answered in unison and said, all the words that the Lord has spoken we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and he arose early in the morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain and 12 monuments for the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, so now we have, that was the Peshat, that was the translation, the literal meaning of the words. So now I'm going to put in front of you, I've done this before with you all, and I'm going to take me off so that you can see more of the screen. This is courtesy of Chabad, I mean, they've got everything. It's easy to get stuff. This area here, this green area, this is a commentator known as Rashi. Rashi is an acronym. Rashi is an acronym for a rabbi, a great sage by the name of Shlomo Yitzchaki. And he is Rav Shlomo Yitzchaki. And it's Shlomo, Rav is the R, Shlomo is the sh, right? Ra, sh, and Yitzchaki is the yi, Rashi. So that's the acronym. And Rashi was a French medieval commentator who lived in the 11th century. And he was a very, very scholarly, learned sage. And his commentaries appear throughout the Torah, not just in the Talmud, everywhere. He basically came along and he said, you know what? Let's, for example, I'm going to take you through this and show you what the problems are and how Rashi analyzed them. All right, I'm sorry it's so small, but here we go. First of all, and Moses, and to Moses he said, come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadav and Avihu. This is not Rashi, this is Blaine. Nadav and Avihu, see how it says Nadav and Avihu? Remember, Nadav and Avihu will show up later. They're going to show up later, and they will offer strange fire to God, and they will be burned. They will be taken and killed later on in the Torah reading. So it's significant that we see their names here. So that's the first thing, right? And to Moses he said, come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and prostrate yourselves from afar. From afar. So Rashi comes up and he says, look, here's the thing, here's the problem that Rashi had. We're reading this after the 10 Commandments were given. We're reading this portion after the 10 Commandments are given. So chronologically, it's off. It doesn't make any sense. Because he says, come up, you and Aaron, and this is before, this would be occurring before the 10 Commandments were given. So Rashi comes along and says, this section was actually said before the 10 Commandments were given. And Rashi does not take credit for this. He quotes Mechilta, which is another source. Rashi aggregated all the commentaries and often used them to explain what's going on in the Torah. So Rashi explains that this whole segment happened before the 10 Commandments were given. All right? So that's the first thing. And and Moses alone shall approach the Lord, but they shall not approach, and the people shall not ascend with him. So one of the Rashi was looking for, well, alone. Okay, Moses shall approach alone, but what will really prevent anyone else from coming with him? Not just the words, a commandment against it, but people are people. Rashi found a source in the Midrash, and Moses shall alone approach to the opaque darkness. That literally means the darkness was so thick that no one could see through it. So Moses was the only one crazy enough or trusting enough to continue into the darkness and approach God. All right? So we have that. And then the next source. So Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord. Vayavo Moshe v'yispar la'am et kol divrei Adonai. All the words of the Lord and all the utterances. And we have that, and this is the segment, and all the words that the Lord has spoken, we will do. All right. So when did Moses come up to do that? And so Rashi wanted to clarify that since it was before the giving of the Ten Commandments, it was on that day, that same day. That's when Moses came and told the people. And the commandments of separation of the now. So we also, because this was given before the Ten Commandments were given, because this instance occurred of Moses going up to the mountain before the Ten Commandments, and Rashi illuminated that for us. We also have this segment here when Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the ordinances, and all the people answered in unison and said, all the words that the Lord has spoken, we will do. And all the ordinances. So Rashi delves down and he says that the ordinances were actually the Noahide laws, the 7 Noahide laws. This is pre-10 Commandments. So that's when we get the Noahide laws, and here they are. Here they are for you. The prohibition against idolatry, murder, theft, immorality, sexual immorality, blasphemy, eating flesh while it's still alive, and requiring courts to provide legal recourse. So into this, Rashi also gets the source of the Noahide laws. All of the words that the Lord has spoken, we will do. All of the utterances. All right, so continuing. And Vayavo Moshe, okay, we got that. The 7 Noahide commandments. Vayichtov Moshe et kol divrei Adonai, vayashkem baboker vayiven mizbeach tachat hahar. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and arose early in the morning, all right, and built an altar at the foot of the mountain. So again, now this speaks to the source that Rashi finds, that in the beginning, until the giving of the Torah, he wrote that the commandments, that they were commanded in Mara. Again, since all this took place before the giving of the Torah, Moses could only write up to that point. But what we have is Moses writing until the giving of the Torah. That we have here the concept of Moses, Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Torah that was commanded to Moses. We just sang the song. The idea that Moses wrote down the commandments, that Moses heard the Torah and then wrote it down. And this is this is the core of traditional Judaism, that the Torah is immutable, that the Torah is not negotiable, that the Torah is, we can't, when we interpret it, we must look at our great sages, but we can't alter any of the commandments in any way. And when we, and whatever the rabbis have prescribed for respecting the commandments are the way we are supposed to observe them. Now this differs greatly with liberal Judaism, which says that we can explore the Torah and we can interpret in the context of modernity. And even further is that we can observe the commandments, use our own personal choice, which moves us into the Reform realm. We go from Orthodox to conservative to Reform. This is very significant Torah, in terms of modern Judaism. So I want you to remember that. All right. So that's really that's what I wanted to share with you. And the Torah is not just words. It's meant for us to continue to turn and turn it, as Rabbi Bagbag said, and to study it and to restudy it. And the same sentence that you look at this week has a different meaning next week. And we can always go back and look at Rashi, and then there are many, many other sources. There are modern scholars who write out sources. There are rabbis all over the world who continue to interpret Torah. And you can come up with your own midrashim, your own ways of interpreting the Torah, if that's something you're interested in doing. Anyway, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that little teaching. I know you've been having a nice little schmooze there online. That's great. Let's join in the Torah blessing for everyone, and then we have to bench Rosh Chodesh. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai Noten Torah. All right, everybody said the blessing? Great. Now we're going to welcome the new month of Adar Rishon. Adar Rishon. There's Adar Rishon and Adar Sheni this year. So let's join together and let's read. May it be your will, Adonai our God, and God of our ancestors, to reawaken in us joy and blessing in the month ahead. Grant us a long life, a peaceful life, with goodness and blessing, sustenance and physical vitality, a life of reverence and piety, a life free from shame and reproach, a life of abundance and honor, a reverent life guided by the love of Torah, a life in which our worthy aspirations will be fulfilled, and we say, Amen. So, now we're going to lift up the Torah, and let's read this together. May God, who wrought miracles for our ancestors, redeeming them from slavery to freedom, redeem us soon and gather our dispersed from the four corners of the earth in the fellowship of the entire human race and the entire people, Israel. And let us say Amen. And now we'll sing it in Hebrew. Follow with me. Mi she'asa nisim lavotenu v'gael otam me'abdut l'cheirut hu yigal otanu likarov v'gabetz nidachenu me'arba kanfot haaretz Chaverim kol Yisrael v'nomar Amen. And we continue. Rosh Chodesh Adar Rishon Yehiyeh b'yom Shishi u'v'yom Shabbat Kodesh. And the translation, the new month of Adar Rishon will begin on Friday and Saturday. May it hold blessing for us and for all the people Israel. By the way, because Rosh Chodesh falls on a Friday and a Saturday, next week's Shabbat service becomes a little bit different. If in a traditional synagogue, you would have a little bit of extra liturgy in the Shacharit, and then in Musaf it would be a different Musaf, and there's a lot of different prayers that you say for when Shabbat falls and Shabbat Rosh Chodesh. There's a different Haftarah. It's all different because of the new moon when it falls on a Friday night and a Saturday. So let's sing it in Hebrew. I'll show you how it sounds. Rosh Chodesh Adar Rishon Yeh b'yom Shishi u'v'yom Shabbat Kodesh haba aleinu v'al kol Yisrael l'tova. All right, in the new month, and we just did that in English. Now we conclude with this concluding blessing. Here it is, I'll put it for you. May the Holy One bless this new month for us and for all humankind, for the house of Israel, with life and peace, joy and gladness, deliverance and consolation. And we join together and we say, Amen. And here it is. Yichad Shehu HaKadosh Baruch Hu Aleinu v'al kol amo V'eit Yisrael L'chaim u'l'shalom. Amen. Everybody say Amen. Amen. L'sason u'l'simcha. Everybody say Amen. Amen. Lishua u'lenechama v'nomar Amen. All right. So now we've benched Rosh Chodesh. Now let's do a Misha Berach for those who are sick. All right, we're going to do it in English tonight. Let's do it. We are grateful. So type in the names of anybody you would like me to acknowledge for a Misha Berach. We are grateful, O God, for the gift of life and for the healing powers that you have implanted within your creatures. Sustain Bambi Fass, whoever Carol wanted me to remember, but I don't have his name. I'm sorry. Anyone else? Okay, Elaine. Jean Zisman, our wounded warriors. Michael. Khalifa, Esther, Josie, Manny, Willie, Ola, Steve Davis. Leslie Silverman, Sabrina Bird, two little boys, Ora Bat Ruchel, Zichel Bat Rut, Hai Kwasman, Shoshana Bat Rivka, Michelle, Terry, Santiago Martinez, Ruka, Yehuda Ben Isaac, Barbara and Robert, Luis, Shelley Kleinman, Pam, John Eklund, Roz, and Lori Tobias. Sustain all those we've just mentioned, our loved ones, through these days of illness with the courage and fortitude they need to endure weakness and pain. Help us to find ways to show our love and concern for them so that we may be an influence for good in their time of need. And may all who suffer illness, David and Andrew, of body or mind, know that you are with them, Sally and Prachiel, Zalman, Ben Yisrael Meir, Sandra, Michael Green, giving them strength of spirit as they struggle to recover. May their afflictions soon be ended, and may they return in health to family and to friends. Baruch Atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals the sick. All right, all the new rabbis. Everybody, please open the ark for us. Okay, everybody else, we now have the Torah. We're standing and we're holding the Torah. All of us are holding it together, and let's sing the Eitz Chaim Hi. Eitz Chaim Hi, Hamachazikim Ba, V'tomcheha, Meushar Deracheha, Darchei Noam B'chol Netivoteha. Shalom, Shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha V'nashuva. All right, rabbis, close the ark. Chadei Shameinu Kekedem. Torah is seated, and the ark is closed, and we begin to conclude our service. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kimalkeinu, Ein Kamoshienu. Wrong one again. Non como nuestro Dios, non como nuestro Señor, non como nuestro Rey, non como nuestro Salvador. Mi Keloheinu, mi Kadonenu, mi Kemalkeinu, mi Kamoshienu, quien como nuestro Dios, quien como nuestro Señor, quien como nuestro Rey, quien como nuestro Salvador. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Bendico nuestro Dios, bendico nuestro Señor, bendico nuestro Rey, bendico nuestro Salvador. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Tu el nuestro Dios, tu el nuestro Señor, tu el nuestro Rey, tu el nuestro Salvador. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. This time our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us in body, but who are with us in spirit. I'd like to acknowledge my dear friend Randy Grossman's mom, Marlon Grossman. Anyone else who's observing a yard site or in mourning, please mention their name. As we join together as a community in support of those who need comfort, Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'yizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mavorach Li'olam Ula'olmei Olmaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shemei Dekudisha Barichu La'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Da'amiran Be'alma V'imru. Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. Shabbat shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Any announcements from the community? Mr. President, Madam President, any announcements? No. All right, what have we got going on here? I think next Shabbat, we have a Shabbat morning service. I'm pretty sure we do. Rabbi Jen, is it you? Or is it Rabbi M? Rabbi Jen or Rabbi M? And what else? I'll be back with you, God willing, next Friday night for services. We've, of course, got weeknight services Monday through Thursday. We have Sim Shalom services all the time. So feel free to tune in and to spend a little time with us and be spiritually nourished. Let's sing Forever Young as we conclude, and then we'll make Kiddush. Carol, I don't know if you're still on, but let us know if Sammy starts singing. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true, and may you always do for others, and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy, may your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful, may your song always be sung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay, may you stay forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. Greatest blessing you could possibly be offered. May you stay forever young. Make Kiddush now with me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava v'ratzon inchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila l'mikra'e kodesh, zecher litzian mihitzrayim. Kivanu v'charta v'yotanu kidashta mikol amim, v'shabbat kadshecha b'yahava uv'ratzon inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Blessings for a wonderful and a warm week. And those of you in Florida in the warm climate, always remember how doggone lucky you are. Yeah, but I'm not moving to Florida. We're staying here. We love it here. Maybe we'll go there for a month or two, but we'll. Okay. Be well. Blessings. Laila Tov.